Hello, everybody. Hello, awesome sannyasis and light workers, and all of you who are seeking awakening and are awakened. Today, I'm going to read a little bit from my book, and we're going to go into Rainbow Gates, number 2. And first of all, I would like to tell you a little bit about what the rainbow gates are useful for. If you have any kind of attachment that is standing between you and your ascension, awakening, or enlightenment, that is what the rainbow gates are for. Just as the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous takes a dysfunctional person and makes them functional, the rainbow gates that are introduced in this book, Realizing Emerald City, using the Wizard of Oz as an allegory that's really fun to watch or read about. And in my workshops, we'll watch it, and talk about it. Just as the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous release somebody from their addictions, the rainbow gates releases people from attachments, what Hinduism and Buddhism talks about as attachments. As an addiction specialist, I realized that addictions were simply a societal name for something that got so severe that we labeled them as a disorder. But the fact is that all human beings have some type of addiction, because that is what is required to be here, is some type of addiction for 99.99999% of people here. We do have awakened masters that pop in and out that don't need to eat or even breathe, and that has been proven. We now have videos about that, of what's been going on with many masters over the eons, that they don't even, at times, they are almost don't even have the need to breathe. So they have been releasing themselves from all forms of attachment here, and so they're free to ascend and come back, and ascend and come back as they like. And it also talks about that in here. So you can stay here, you can come back as an enlightened master and teach and bring others home with you. Help come back and take some home, because there is a realization that until we all go home, we're not home. So anyway, it just depends on what you want to do when you become an enlightened master. Okay, so anyway, let's go to Rainbow Gate 2. Rainbow Gate 2 is what I call the gate of trust. And the little motto I have here, I don't know if you can see that. If you don't believe, then believe that I believe. And Dr. Dottie Green said that. She said that to me one day, and I had to hang on to her belief, because I didn't believe, and I certainly didn't trust. Would trust in what? So let's read through this gate first. Gate 2 of trust. You came to believe that cooperation with our true power and universal laws would restore us to sanity. We came to believe that cooperation with our true power and universal laws would restore us to sanity. That's pretty much what awakening is a person who cooperates with their true power, who knows what it is, and the universal laws. And that restores us to sanity when we do that. sanity being awakening, enlightenment, ascension, etc. So, what is our true power? In the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, they have something they call a higher power. I have meditated on that term and asked for I asked for a true illumination, a more true illumination of what a good term is, because that is not how I necessarily saw something. What came to me in this book is that there is not necessarily hierarchies. Hierarchies is not necessarily a very good term, as in higher or lower. What is more correct is that something may be a more false power, which has less power. Something may have more seeming power to change things, and that is what I term as a true power. So if you're using your ego, for instance, to manipulate things here in this realm by physically doing things before you have inspiration to do them, then you're relying on your lower, and again, that's a term that's hierarchical. You're relying on more of a false power. Now, not to say that doing things in and of themselves doesn't essentially work at times, and oftentimes it does, but it is because when you're focusing on things and you're doing something to get something you want, that is because by the belief that in doing something about it you will get what you want, you're actually employing a truer or higher power. That is because your belief that you will attain it is what eventually you give yourself permission to believe that it's okay to attain it because you did so much work for it. There can be other beliefs, though, that interfere with that, such as low self-esteem, that you don't deserve it, and other such beliefs like that. Or that if you attain it, then people will bother you or ask you for it or bother you more. So you may interfere with your own beliefs, may interfere with you attaining something, and it may be at a subconscious level, though, and you may not quite be aware of why you seem to be struggling to attain something. But always be assured that whatever beliefs are contained in your mind that block the awareness of love are what stand between you and what you desire. So, otherwise, you can manifest pretty much very rapidly, and many of you already do. Many of you are already learning how to do this, and you're learning how to be very quick manifestors, and then you're finding out, oh, I really didn't want it in this form, I really want it in with this modification, and so you re-manifest something and you give it a modification, which is fabulous. But going back to the gate of trust, so cooperation with your true power is talking about cooperating with your true self. Not necessarily a deity, it can be, but your true self. Something that may see farther than you in as far as the timeline goes, sees into the past, sees into your mind, sees into the future, sees into all of the mechanics, the logistics, and the supply chain that is going on in this 3D realm. It being in a realm above, which is just a fact. It's not necessarily hierarchical. It is just it can see farther. Then if you're relying on that, then you can also see farther. If you cooperate with it and let it tell you what's going on and let it communicate with you. Also, by using the universal laws such as in using your brain correctly and your feelings and emotions to work in harmony with the universal laws, will also help you to acquire sanity, aka harmony, in your life. So more and more harmony, more and more beauty, more and more truth, more and more peace, joy, bliss, excitement, wealth, abundance, etc. If you want to know more about topics like these, then I encourage you to like and subscribe to my channel, Rainbow Gates, and also visit rainbowgates.com, and that's plural, rainbowgates.com. And also just look at the classes and see where you might, if you're in the Florida area, in South Florida, that's where I am right now, then come and see me at a class, or check for my class schedules. Even if you're not here, maybe you can fly in. Also, be on the lookout for membership classes, clubs, my Facebook page, which is Rainbow Gates, Facebook and Rainbow Gates. And remember, you're awesome. And to have a great day, start by having to have a great life, start by having a great day. Bye for now.